Hey, it's Melissa here from Agrestic Acres. I was just outside checking on the chickens. We got a few inches of snow last night, but luckily it didn't seem too cold out there. The snow is starting to melt and the water wasn't even frozen, so I was happy about that. And now they're out just ranging around the coop. So today I wanted to talk to you about our plans for the spring with adding to our egg laying flock. As you know, we have 16 chickens. We have two roosters, so we have 14 hens that will be laying eggs pretty much in the next few weeks, I'm thinking. So we're excited about that. So 14 chickens probably lay at most maybe 10 eggs a day. Right now we go through at least 12 eggs a day, up to 18. We eat a lot of eggs. We have 6 people here. Eggs are easy to make. They're nutritious. They're good for you. We eat a lot of them. So that's not going to be enough for even our family. I've been debating whether I want to add more chickens, order more chickens for springtime, or wait and see what my chickens do if they go broody, if they hatch their own eggs. So I've been going back and forth about that a lot, tearing apart my chicken catalog here, looking at all the different breeds, etc. But one thing that I knew I wanted to add to the flock in the spring is ducks. So I've been reading a lot about ducks for the past couple of years on and off, but the past few months almost obsessively. And I got this book for Christmas here, which is kind of just a basic book that lays everything out for you in simple terms. I also got some other books from the library that I've been kind of reading over, some older ones, and just general books about raising ducks and poultry. Also some books about building a chicken coop, which in our case it will be a duck coop, but they're, very customizable. So, for those of you who have maybe not thought about ducks on your homestead, I'm going to read you just from this book some examples of the way that ducks and chickens are different and the advantages of ducks over chickens. Let's see, the productive laying life is a huge one. So chickens start laying around 5 months. They'll lay for 2 to 3 years and then they kind of stop laying. Ducks will lay for 5 to 6 years. So you get double the laying time. So that's awesome. Ducks also live longer. They usually will lay year-round without added light. They have larger eggs, which you probably figured they lay larger eggs. They typically lay more eggs. So chickens usually lay an average maybe 250 eggs a year, which ducks can lay about 300 plus. Let's see what else. The manure for the garden, it says here, like the chicken poop has to be composted before it can be added to the garden because it's hot. The duck poop doesn't. It can go right in the garden. Also, as far as having chickens in your garden, because they like to scratch the earth up and their feet can get in there, they peck and till up the soil. Some people don't like that in their garden. So ducks don't, pick up the soil as much. They're calmer for the garden, aren't going to be picking up plants. So a lot of people actually like ducks better for the garden throughout the year, and they eat a ton of bugs. So that's another good aspect. They're also more cold hardy. I've watched way too many videos on YouTube with ducks, and everyone says they love the rain, they love the snow, they want to be outside all the time. They pretty much just go into sleep and then come back out in all the weather. So that was kind of interesting. So I'm optimistic about what the ducks are going to do when they get here. So what did we order? We ordered 10 ducks to start with. Originally I was going to order from Meyer Hatchery because I had my catalog. But then I realized their ducks are actually not hatched there. They're just shipped from somewhere else. So I decided to go directly to what I believe to be the best duck source after a bunch of research, and that's Metzer Farms in California. I was a little nervous about ordering from California. Obviously, it's further away. We're in Virginia. But everyone's reviews said they're fine. The ducks were happy, healthy when they arrived. And it seems like a lot of hatcheries that do sell ducks, they don't come from the hatchery themselves. I'm guessing they maybe come from California. So I decided to order directly from the hatchery where they're going to, originate from anyways. I ordered 10 ducks. The shipping for less than 10 was $45, and for more than 10 was like $15. So that was a no-brainer. I also wanted to make sure that if we're going to raise them from, babies, we get enough to have egg production that we actually want this time. As far as what I ordered, I had a big struggle over getting a lot of variety, and I wanted variety but not too much, and all the different breeds, there's so many to choose from. So I ordered two of the Cayuga ducks here, and they lay grayish eggs. They can lay 3 to 4 eggs a week. They are calm and they forage. Occasionally they can go broody. I ordered two of the Khaki Campbell, which very common backyard ducks. Most people have heard of the Khaki Campbells. They're considered the top egg-laying breed besides a hybrid duck. They lay 5+ eggs a week. They can supposedly go broody, though I've heard mixed reviews on whether or not they actually go broody. They are very good at foraging, and they can be a little bit nervous. So I myself am a little bit nervous about that since I like more calm, relaxed, friendly animals. So we'll have to see how that goes. I also ordered two of the white pekin, very common backyard duck. They're the ones that start off as the yellow ducklings, and then they are white. They are mostly used for meat. We are not currently planning on using them for meat, but they also lay a lot of eggs, 4 to 5 a week. They're heavy, so they don't fly. They're decent at foraging. They're calm. Most people say they're super friendly. They have a ton of personality. Can be a little bit loud, but you know, our house is loud anyway, so that is 6 so far. And then the thing that I ordered lastly, the last breed, is the Welsh Harlequin. And when I initially was researching the ducks, this one just kind of jumped out at me as a great overall duck, also sustainable. They lay 5+ eggs a week. They can go broody. Very good at foraging, very calm. I think they're a really pretty duck. And I also liked how they were on the duck conservatory list. So just kind of, you know, not as common, unique, and I liked the idea of preserving a breed that wasn't as popular. So for the Welsh Harlequins, I ordered 3 females and 1 male. That way, if I want to have them sit on eggs, you know, raise ducks, I can do that in the future, and I figured that would be a good combo of everything. So far so good. They're coming the first week in March. They'll probably be inside for about 5 or 6 weeks, and then by the middle of April, when it's warm outside, they can head out and get used to the outdoor enclosure. What else? Right now, I am planning on keeping the ducks separate from the chickens. I just figured that would be easier since the ducks are obviously going to be smaller. They're going to be raised together. I didn't want to have to deal with the male drake, maybe trying to mate with some of the hens, which I read can be an issue. I've also read that ducks are messier. They sleep on the floor. They can be wetter. They obviously love water, so they just can be dirtier. So I figured, if possible, let's keep them separate. And not to mention, I definitely want to have more chickens, so that way I'll just leave the room in the coop for more chickens in the future. So that's my current plan, is to hopefully keep them kind of separate, but then maybe eventually free-ranging together. So obviously we have some time in between to figure out how that's going to work, and we'll see how that goes. As far as ordering more chickens, I'm very tempted. I've been looking almost daily for, you know, what I want to order. Turns out a lot of the breeds that I was kind of thinking about ordering are currently sold out for like the next 2 months because people have gotten their orders in early, and I was debating. So I'm going to go back to my original plan, which is a good common sense plan, and that's to wait and see, take care of my ducks, get them under control, and wait and see what the chickens do as far as hatching their own eggs. I think that with that many chickens, 14 chickens, I'm going to have at least probably 2 that will go broody. I'm hoping I get at least, 6 to 10 ducklings, not ducklings, chickens, in the spring, in the summer. And if I do, then I, probably won't buy any for the summer. So we'll just kind of wait and see how that goes. There also is a chance that when Tractor Supply has their chickens, I may go and get a few, maybe 6 from there. So that's still kind of undecided, but right now I'm trying to focus on the ducks and get that under control. So thanks for checking in, and I appreciate you watching the video, following along with us, and hope you have a great day.